So since the CS market just went through a pretty big dip, I want to talk about the skins that are doing well right now, the skins you should kind of stay away from, and what you should be looking to buy during this dip. Now, there's a lot of stuff to cover, and I'm going to kind of start with the stuff that I think you should stay away from. And for starters, I'm going to go with the Phase 2 skins. Now, I've kind of been dogging on these skins for quite a while, and they've still been really strong because I just simply think they're really, really expensive in price, but here we are. This is what we're looking at in the Phase 2 so far. They reached ridiculous highs of $8,000. And I was saying back here, it's just too expensive. You got to sell. I was saying that at $5,000, $6,000 still. And they are at a lower price right now. They're at $5,000. I still think they're too high, and you shouldn't be buying into them yet. And I wouldn't even say a lot of skins with charts like this. They're pretty much exclusive to Phase 2s right now. Do I think these are going to be good buys eventually? Yeah, but I think it's going to be like down here, 3,600. We'd be really lucky to get $3,000 for like a Karambit Phase 2. I don't think that's going to happen, but it'd be a great spot to buy. But this doesn't show strength to me. It doesn't look like there's a ton of people that want to buy this thing at $5,000. Same goes with a lot of the other Phase 2s, and I think they're still going to continue to come down in price. But the good news is the rest of the market doesn't really look like that. We've got super high tiers, which I believe were bought up quite a bit. Maybe not so much, actually. They were initially bought up quite a bit right after the dip happened. Dragon Lore at 12,800, maybe not as much, but I still think they're going to be fine. Obviously, you'd like to buy at like $10,000 if they somehow come all the way back down to that level. I think with high tiers, it's pretty unlikely at this point since, with this new update, people are probably going to be holding their skins for longer as well. Sure, maybe in these upcoming like next month or so, we might see some increased selling because of people that just want to get out because there's other people selling and it's just going to kind of snowball. So we might see a pretty rough month upcoming ahead. I've sold $3,000 in skins to try and buy this trash. I'm not going to rush into it too much, but if things come back down to pre-hype levels, it'd be great. And high tiers are definitely one thing I'd stick with, even though a lot of them are holding up pretty well still. Like a field test in Dragon Lore is like $300-$400 away from all-time highs. All-time highs, it's only like 5%, so that's not really a big deal. They're still up 8% over the past 2 months, so not too much there. But, I mean, just normal play skins, we could look at the Karambit Doppler Phase 3 as well. It's kind of the same case. I don't think there's a ridiculous amount of demand to buy these things at this level. It looks like they're kind of trying to consolidate, but I mean, $2,700, $2,750 you could get this thing for right now.
This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. If you've been looking to trade out your old boring skins for new ones, SkinsMonkey is the place. By clicking the link in the description, you'll get a 35% deposit bonus when depositing with cash and crypto, and up to a free $5 bonus on your first trade. So be sure to click that link. SkinsMonkey also has the freebies tab where they run 24/7 giveaways that are completely free to join with crazy skins. And if you're looking to actually get your hands on some good skins, SkinsMonkey is the quickest way to do it. So be sure to get that free $5 and 35% deposit bonus now, trading your CSGO skins with that link at the top of the description.
I think closer to $2,000 would be a great price. I don't think it's impossible for things to come back down this level. That's like a $700 drop, but I mean, there's a lot of selling pressure in the market right now. Once again, if we could get back to pre-hype levels, it'd be great. As you can see, moves like this have happened before. Went from, $1,000 to $1,400, came all the way back down to $1,000, and it came back down to like $1,000 again. So this was a very strung out move. It was from May 2023 to, I guess, like mid-November of 2023. So this could take like 7 months to happen. It's not going to be a quick move. It's not all going to happen in just a couple weeks time. And I think if we just look at the player count, for example, there's a pretty big drop off, and I think it could mean a lot of people selling their skins, especially in a time like this as well, with such a big like skin changing update came out where a lot of people lose confidence in the market. Peak player count is down really significantly. I mean, there's so much cheaters in the game that it's literally unplayable. Face-it servers are awful. There's just nothing redeemable about this game right now. I'm going to be completely honest. So it wouldn't shock me if we see some prolonged selling. It is the reason why I did sell quite a bit of my stuff. And the good news is a lot of the stuff is still holding up well. If you want to get out, you've got plenty of opportunity too. And if you want to wait to try and buy a dip, you've got plenty of opportunity for that. One of the skins I talk about a lot is the M4 Blue Phosphor, actually. I'm still holding on to mine. I told you guys buy if this thing gets to around $600 with this consolidation level, and it very much did. I told you guys it's probably fine to buy, probably fine to hold. I'm still holding mine once again. I think I said I would sell it if it got to $1,000, and we're still quite a bit off of that, so I'm not going to sell just yet. But, I mean, if it gets to this high again, selling it probably isn't a bad idea, simply because, I mean, I think I bought this thing when it was only a few hundred, so I've made quite a bit of money from it, and I mean, I'm fine with taking profits and moving that money into crypto, because I think crypto is going to be doing really well throughout the rest of this year as well. So I'm not the slightest bit worried. There's not really a lot of losing things you could put your money in right now, and it's like, let's just say Bitcoin or Ethereum, for example. I bought a bunch of Ethereum when it was like $2,500. It's like $3,700 right now, so I'm doing really well there. And it's like, I still think it could go higher, and it's like, I think crypto could easily go up another 10, 20, 30, 40% compared to something like a Blue Phosphorus. So that's kind of what my mindset is when I look at selling stuff. I don't really try and time the exact top. I don't try and time the exact top. I just try and move the money into something better for the moment, or just keep it in cash and try and buy the dip. So got a little bit of cash, always ready, but with things that are at all-time highs, they're pretty good buys as well. I'm always a big fan of old play skins. The Karambit Tiger Tooth is probably one that's still pretty expensive. Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of like the other charts I looked at earlier. I still think it could come back down pretty decent amount of price. There is some other lesser, like, desired skins, I guess we could say, like old Rust Coat skins in the old original cases. They haven't bounced back nearly as much, like $60 off of all-time highs, actually more like 80. So I think those are a much better buy. I always say people are going to want to use their play skins no matter how ugly. I mean, a Karambit Rust Coat, sure, it's not the best skin, but it's on a good knife. It's got one of the best charts in the game. It's four, nearly, yeah, I guess just 4x in price in 4 years time, so it's just really good. I still think these will continue up. People always want their play skins. Sure, it could come back down in price quite a bit, but they're just skins people buy and just hold. Compared to kind of the hype stuff like the Blue Phosphor, the M4 Hot Rod, what else? Phase 2s. Those are like kind of the hyped items that move a lot more in price. Well, your play skins, like your random, we'll look at a Butterfly Urban Mask, dude. Just like the most random play skin you could find. A lot of these skins just hold up extremely well. Pretty much no matter what happens in the game. We'll look at the all-time chart. And it's pretty much the same as a Karambit. But once again, we could go through a move like this. It could go for a very long period of time, especially with the player count decreasing. I think worst case scenario, they come back down like $600. That'd be a great spot to buy for the long term, I think. But that's where the market's at right now. Of course, a lot of things at all-time high. I always recommend taking profit. You don't want to lose your money. I think there will be, opportunities in a couple months in the future to buy back at lower prices. So don't try and kill yourself by trying to time the exact top and getting angry when you don't. And when something like this happens, we're still pretty much at all-time highs in a lot of the skins. So you could be safe, take profits, or if you think a dip is worth buying, you could do that as well. But just know we've seen stuff like this happen in the past, and it's happened for a long time. There's a reason why I sold a decent amount of skins recently. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Check out the sponsor, link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.